Marshall was back at home last week and took care of business against Michigan State, but the bigger storyline was who was there to see us play in person. 10 guys made official visits to Huntington last week, and we added 3 more commitments to the class, now up to 6, and we have the #1 recruiting class early in the year. Today, we come back with maybe our toughest regular season test of the entire series. I'm Kimbroplays, let's go. After picking up the big win at home versus Sparty, Marshall moves up 1 spot to number 5 in the coaches poll. And as we can see at the bottom, another big name loses early in season 5. This time it's my Ohio State Buckeyes. They go down 34-27 in overtime to Wisconsin, and it looks like the Bucks took a 17-10 lead into halftime, then proceeded to give up 17 unanswered in the third, battled back into the game with 10 in the fourth to force overtime, only to lose it from there. Sounds like it was a wild game, another classic between them and Wisconsin, but the Buckeyes do go down. It means Miami moves up to the number 3 spot, and it sets up a crazy matchup for us today against the Hurricanes. Northern Illinois moves up 3 spots after going into Notre Dame and beating them by 17. The Golden Domers slide down to number 11, and in what has become a horrible start to the Big Ten transition, USC drops another one, this time losing to Northwestern, and they've tumbled down to number 20 in the country. Unreal. I quickly want to highlight that along with our game, there's another banger this week in the ACC, and that's North Carolina taking on Clemson. That game's going to loom large over the ACC conference race. We'll check in on that game later in the episode. We mentioned it last week, but I'm too excited not to share it again. This is not a drill. Marshall has a guy on top of the Heisman list for the first time. It's James Fuqua. The trophy is his to lose right now. Time to talk about this huge game today. Manny Diaz leads the Hurricanes in our universe in this series. He's been on the job for 7 seasons and has shown steady growth, and he's in year 2 of a 7-year extension. He's got prestige as a coach and a 10-4 record against their rivals, but he's only 8-3 versus the top 25 and 1-5 in bowl games. So this is a big game for his legacy to beat the defending champs in a top 5 game at home. This team is pretty stacked. Brantley, the tight end, is a 99 overall, and he's a serious threat. They're solid on the interior of the offensive line, and starting running back Cody Brown and the wide receivers are all really good. Last 2 things I want to note quickly. They have super talented defensive ends. Roberts and Davis are 91 and 89 overall. They're going to be a huge test for our tackles. The biggest question mark is where is their quarterback? You have to scroll all the way down to 78 overall to find true freshman Lamar Johnson. They've decided to give him the keys this season as he leads the number 3 team in the country. Big test for the freshman today. They come into this A- overall with an A+ offense and a B+ defense. This is a really good Miami team, and it might be the most talented roster we've seen in the regular season, but they rank 91st in total defense and 104th, giving up 240 passing yards per game. So if the Marshall O-line can shut down those edge rushers, we might be able to air it out on these guys a little bit. That's going to be the game within the game to watch, I think. How did these 2 teams get here? Miami has 3 road wins so far, including a nice 14-point win on the road at Houston. They have Florida State, UNC, and Pitt all left on their really tough schedule after they play us today. And for us, we stomped a ranked Washington team at the time in week 1. We beat Florida State in a great road win just 2 weeks ago. They were in the top 10, and we will see Clemson in a few weeks, but this is setting up to be the toughest test on our schedule. The freshman Johnson has been decent through 4 games, about 900 yards passing, a 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. Cody Brown, the running back, gets about 100 yards per game on the ground, and Roberts, the defensive end we talked about, leads them in tackles. And for Marshall, Fuqua, the Heisman frontrunner, 16 passing touchdowns in just 4 games. Ethan Payne, I think, is going to win the RB1 job over Casey Smith for now. And Josh Hardiman leads us in tackles, while Aiden Hubbard already has 6 sacks. He has lived up to the hype so far in his 5th year. Miami, Florida, Hard Rock Stadium is the site for this one. Built in 1987, it is home to both the Hurricanes and the Miami Dolphins in the NFL. This stadium has hosted 6 Super Bowls, 2 World Series, 4 BCS title games, 1 college football playoff title game, and even a WrestleMania. Known as Hard Rock Stadium since 2016, they spent $250 million to have the naming rights for 18 years. Damn. On the field, however, the Hurricanes are among the most storied and decorated football programs in NCAA history. Miami is 4th on the list of all-time AP National Poll Championships, tied with USC and Ohio State, 2 Heisman winners, 12 College Football Hall of Famers, 9 Pro Football Hall of Famers, and a bunch of dudes drafted. Miami holds records in the NFL for most first-round picks in a single draft and most consecutive drafts with a first-rounder. And as of 2022, at least one player has been picked in 48 straight NFL drafts. Not much more to say. It's the U. They're number 3 in the nation. Let's go. Johnson getting the day going, giving it to Brown, who fights off a tackle, decides to get 4 yards, and we bring him down. It's going to start them off with a 2nd and 6. Johnson well protected in the pocket, checks it down to Brown, who drops it. And it's quickly to 3rd and 6, bunch formation shotgun. Johnson well protected again, tossing this one out to Ferwerda. Steps out of bounds, forced out by Eric Love, and it's a quick 3 and out. And here comes James Fuqua, 303 yards passing and 5 TDs last week. He's been on fire. Inside give on first down. Payne pushing and fighting for some yards. He's got 6. Now it's a 2nd and 4. Returning give to Payne again, working left. He's got the first down. Fuqua changing up the play. Play clock running down 3 seconds. 2 seconds. He finally gets it off. Now sets up in the pocket, launching deep over the middle. Tommy Chambers, and this one is intercepted. Miami, 3rd play from scrimmage, and they get the turnover. Isaiah Dunson, the corner, and this is a tough one. We're throwing this ball straight up the hash to Tommy Chambers. He has his man beat, but Dunson is on the sideline covering John Bass. He works his way back over the middle, leaps up, and undercuts this ball. That's more unlucky than it is a bad decision. That one sucks. But we pin him down deep. It's almost like a long punt as Cody Brown gets stuffed. He's got a 1-yard rush, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Brown again trying to get outside of the tackle box, and he cannot. That's a nice play by Kerryon Martin, and it's quickly 3rd and 11 as they remain in the goal line set, looking right, and this one's going to be a safety. Look at the Marshall defense step up on the quick change situation. This play is made really by Kerryon Martin. Check out this swim move on the tight end on the edge. He doesn't bring him down. That's Watkins who does, but he made that play happen. And here is that ensuing punt. Casey Smith settling under it. Let's see, working up the hash mark, cutting left, getting drugged down. He does get 16, and we're back basically where we threw the interception. So no harm, foul. We've got the 2 points, and we've got the ball back. So here we go. 10 yards over the middle to Tommy Chambers on first down. Now looking to go left with Payne. He gets hit hard. Only a 2-yard pickup. I'm not sure how successful we will be working the outside. Speak of the devil. Ethan Payne hitting the backfield. That's Roberts, one of those dynamic ends. And it is quickly to 3rd and 12. Fuqua as they send pressure over the middle. Lou Walker. Oh, that was going to be a big hit over the middle. It was going to be a first down, and he drops it. Marshall forced to punt as they give it to Cody Brown, who's really struggling. He's a good halfback, and he is not seeing any success early in this first quarter. Johnson looking for space as Martin finally does drag him down. We had him trapped in the pocket, and he snuck away. 3rd and 3, though. Look at Kerryon Martin. He is doing work. He's going to force that 4th and 5, and as they punt it, we're going to take a quick look at this middle of the first quarter game track. I swear, players that we mentioned have been making plays already. 1st and 10 from about the 29 as we settle in with our 3rd possession already of the first quarter. Inside give to Payne, goes for 6. Now pressure coming. Fuqua looking left, and oh my goodness. John Clement with the deflection. That one should have been intercepted as we tried to hit the out route. Matthews on 3rd and 4 drops it. 1 for 5 with an interception early in this one for James Fuqua as Brown on the direct snap after the punt pushes his way forward. He's got 4. Now it's a 2nd and 6. Johnson giving left to Brown, who sneaks through the hole. He's got 10, and he picks up a first down. His first real daylight of the day. They're across the midfield stripe, running right with Brown. This time straight into Aiden Hubbard, and the struggles continue. Nice play by the 5th-year senior to get off the block and force the TFL. 2nd and 12. Johnson settling into the pocket, throwing deep up the sideline. There's David Watkins. Huge turnover as this game is going back and forth. Unreal. This was really, really well done. We finally started to get some pressure in the backfield on Johnson. Watkins does not bite for the out and up. He stays in phase, holds his inside position, and he just leaps and makes this play. Beautifully done by 7. He's been such a gamer. They rarely throw it his way, but he made him pay on this one. And we've got the ball again, just short of our 30. It's almost like deja vu. Nice job by them on first down, shutting down Ethan Payne. Now Fuqua looking to throw, and he gets hit as he throws. Well defended by Miami. We couldn't get that ball out of our hands fast enough as we had guys coming open. 3rd and 9. Now throwing over the middle. Good strike to John Bass. We hit him on the late dig route. This is a good strong throw. Fuqua finally delivers. We're 2 for 7, 27 yards passing and a pick. First quarter winding down already, inside 40 seconds. Ethan Payne going left side. He's got 7 yards. 2nd and 3, probably the last play of the first quarter. Fuqua getting outside of the pocket and flicking it downfield. Brennan Armstrong took a huge hit. That was a really nice job by the tight end. As we start the second quarter, under center, 7-step drop in, drifting. Fuqua under pressure, he spins. I have no idea why he spins. We tried to throw that away out the left side. Takes an unnecessary hit. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10, play action. We're trying to leak Payne up the sideline. Now we're running. Can we get the edge? We cannot. Roberts, the defensive end, tracks us down. My God, he's fast. You do not see a lot of defensive ends in college football chase down 96 overall James Fuqua on the sideline. Speak of the devil, here's the other one. As we fumble, and this one's Davis, the other elite defensive end that they have. He runs Fuqua down, not just cutting him off. My God, we cannot win on the outside, apparently, with our speed. So, on trots Kevin Hayes to boot it, and we take a 5-0 lead as he hits the field goal from over 45 yards. Virginia Tech early, our first studio update. They're up early on Wake Forest. First quarter action for that game. And Middle Tennessee State, now 4-1, takes out Duke, 20-17, the Dukies. Ooh. And as we see here, back spasms is what James Fuqua is fighting. I bet a couple of those hits he's taken have added up as they find Khalil Brantley, the tight end, on first down. Now Brown giving right. He's going to get 7 yards as we miss a tackle in the backfield at first down. Interesting. Well, Cam Fancher is scheduled to be in the game with Fuqua dealing with some injuries as Brown pushing his way forward. Does a nice job powering James Hardiman offside. They obviously decline it, take the result of the play. Now Johnson looking left. Little miscommunication with his wide receiver. He's 2 for 5 for 11 yards and a pick. So neither quarterback is showing very much here in the first half. Brown running right. Ryan Young all over it. Stop him at the line of scrimmage. Leave them with a 3rd and 10. Johnson, can we get some pressure on him? We don't. This time it's out to Furwerda. This is the other one. They have 2 Furwerdas on this team. That's a first down for Kyle. Now the other Furwerda motions back into the backfield. Johnson, well protected, loading up deep to the end zone. And he finds Michael Redding. Holy, 33-yard touchdown. It looked like they were dead. They find a first down pass. On the very next play, they come back and throw a dot. Johnson, first of all, that's the best pocket I've ever seen. We run cover 2. He has time and protection, and he launches a strike in stride to the back of the end zone to Redding. Woo! Well, okay. Well, good to know that the true freshman has an arm like that. 7-5. I was going to say 7-3. This is a weird score. Ethan Payne with a nice little run here to start our drive. Good response as we're now trailing in this game. 5-step drop rolling out right. Fuqua's going to keep it himself. Speaking of, he's back in the game. That defensive possession and the timeout gave him time to get back into the game. Cam Fancher never ended up needing to come out. 2nd and 5. 7-step drop. Now working, looking, everything's covered downfield. I mean, we max protected. We ran straight streaks with everybody. No one's getting free. No one's outrunning anybody in the secondary for Miami. And the run game is struggling in ways. So here we go. Fuqua running left. Now outside, he couldn't throw it away. Sacked. Thomas Davis, his 2nd sack already. Working our way to the left side is not the answer. 95 is a big dude. 3rd and 20. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Fuqua loading up, deep up the side. Chancellor Bright can't out-jump Williams, and we are stuck. Avante Williams, number 15, makes the interception. 3rd and 20. It kind of works like a punt. I'll take my chances with Chancellor Bright down the seam often, but we are 3 of 10, and Fuqua's thrown his 2nd interception of the first half. I don't really understand how Bright doesn't win this ball. I mean, Williams makes a nice play, but Chancellor Bright's 6'4". Go get the ball, 26. What the hell? Okay, Johnson and his squad back out there. He finds Brinson on a good dig route there, 14 yards. They've got the lead. They forced the turnover. Now they're working their way out of their own end zone. So Johnson on the quarterback keeper, speed option. We try to bait him into a pitch. He doesn't. He takes it for 9 yards. Johnson in the pocket, well protected all day. Finding Furwerda out the side. This one to Rob Furwerda. He's got 8. 3 minutes to go. Cody Brown in the backfield dodges a tackle, fights off a second. Malcolm Folk and Aiden Hubbard both had a chance. Now Eric Love makes a nice play in the open field. That was a 2-yard loss that turned into a 4-yard gain because Cody Brown is legit. Now Johnson, the quarterback, deciding to keep. Design quarterback run goes for 15 and a first down. They're already at the 35. Cody Brown fighting off tackles in the backfield again. This guy's pissing me off. He turns it into a 1-yard rush. We can't get a negative play on him all of a sudden. Now Johnson, a little wide and off target here on second down. That's going to leave him with a 3rd and 9. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Johnson looking left. Nice play by Ryan Young, undercutting this out route, and he swats it down. That's going to force them to try the long field goal. Does it have enough? It does not. I don't think they've got very much of a kicker, and that was a little too far for him. Virginia Tech 14-7 on Wake Forest as that game continues right alongside of ours right before halftime. Marshall dodging a bullet. Okay, we've got the ball back. We're going to go inside zone read keeper with Fuqua, and it is exploded in the backfield. Austin Cave, their linebacker, makes the play. Now Fuqua to the sideline. Look at William Matthews power through. 27-yard reception. This is just a deep stop route. That is a good thrown ball. Fuqua with good anticipation. And then look at the power from William Matthews to finish off that play. Beautifully done, and we're going to take the timeout. Minute 15 to go. Moving Armstrong across the formation. We're across midfield. Not a huge rush. We have 2 timeouts. Fuqua, zone read keeper, 8 yards. We are going to go a little fast. 2nd and 2. Setting up the protection. Blitz coming. It's picked up. Fuqua gets outside of the pocket, and he finally gets around Davis. Gets the first down. Steps out of bounds. 53 seconds. Drifting. Working outside right. Not a lot of options. Running out of time. We're just going to flip this one out of bounds. We take a bit of a hit. 4 of 12 in this first half. 2 picks. Yikes. Fuqua. Protection. Holding up. Britt to the end zone. No way. Williams. Avante Williams makes this play in the back of the end zone. Number 15, the free safety, who's a stud for them, making us look silly. Again, 6'6". Go make a play. Jump balls in the end zone should be won by every Marshall receiver. What are we doing? 40 seconds left. Johnson's got the ball back as they start out this drive before the end of the half. See if they can get some points on the board. 2nd and 10. Johnson, well protected. We only sent 2. Throwing left to Furwerda, who squeezes it. 20-yard reception. They take the timeout. 32 seconds left. Johnson, empty set. Pressure coming. He hangs in there just long enough. Finds the other Furwerda as Kyle gets the 11-yard gain. 26 seconds and counting. Now loading up left. Deep to the end zone. No way. Michael Redding again. Lamar Johnson from the opposite hash on the other side of the field, 45 to the 5-yard line. What a ball by the 78 overall true freshman. Is this Tom Brady we're playing against? First of all, Mario Sanders, what are you doing? You're in cover 3. You have the deep third. You cannot let anybody behind you. What are you doing, Mario? But what a hell of a throw, and I'm stunned. 21 seconds left to go in this first half. Miami, 2 huge quick strike touchdowns to Michael Redding, and we suddenly find ourselves down 14-5 as Eric Love, nice little return there, gets us out 33 yards. What can we do with 17 seconds and 2 timeouts? Fuqua, deep up the seam, underthrown for Walker. Clement gets his 2nd deflection of the game. That one actually should have been picked too. 12 seconds to go. Fuqua, pressure coming, breaking tackle, breaking 2 tackles, now fumbles. Holy heck. Oh my God, Joe Graham scoops it up for us, but we just need to get to the locker room. Let's just go. Just get to the locker room. Get the hell out of here. 14-5, our halftime score. Miami, 156 passing yards. 7 minutes of time of possession is all it took. They've picked us off 3 times already. That's a really bad half of football by us. Not much more we can say about it. We got to clean up our act. Fuqua's got to stop turning it over. Wide receivers have to make a play and get open. So much wrong in the first half, but hey, that's why you play 2 halves. Let's see if we can fix it. Man, oh man. Ugly stuff by Marshall. As we get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so that's a good thing. Down 14-5, Fuqua running it left, juking. Now pushing his way upfield, he's got the first. Put the team on your back here, too. Stop turning it over as we give to Payne. He cuts it all the way back right. He's got 8 yards, making a second and very short. Now going up the middle, fighting. Good tough running. 3 yards. Ethan Payne's going to power forward for the first. He's got about 4.8 yards per carry. Ethan Payne showing us a little something. Now Fuqua gets out on the edge and picks up a nice block at the 3rd level. Zone read keeper working. That's 3 straight runs, and Marshall's across midfield. Actually, in fact, across the 40 at the Miami 38. Giving to Casey Smith, seeing his first action of the day. A little 5-yard pickup. Now Fuqua, pressure coming. Quickly checks it down to Payne. Falling forward, gets the first down. Couple changes to the play and the protection. Fuqua drifting, lobbing to the end zone, looking for William Matthews. Marcus Clark with the deflection. Nice job. I swear, the Miami secondary, they have nothing but dudes. They just all are in the right position. No one's making mistakes. Casey Smith, good little run there. They're making it tough on us. The D-line's tough. Secondary's tough. So, here we go. 3rd and 3 to the end zone. John Bass. Let's go. Let's go, John. 20-yard touchdown reception. Marshall, exhale. Able to finally make something happen, get into the end zone. It only took us 2 quarters to make it happen. As we find John Bass on the jump ball. Beautifully done. 14-12 is our score. 6-14, only took 2 minutes to get downfield, basically, and get into the end zone. Really good stuff. Cody Brown on the halfback screen to start their first play of the drive. It's really well done. Already basically out to their 40, but giving left. Cody Brown, nice job by Jermaine Johnson. Paul Stratton, string him out. Get the TFL. Now 2nd and 12. Brown fighting. Jermaine Johnson is there. Kerryon Martin slowing him down as well. Really, really good stuff by the run D. Now a 3rd and 12. Get off the field. Find a way. As they look to set up the screen, and Ward and Folk are there, and they're going backwards, and it's a quick 3 and out. Marshall's got it back. Okay, there we go. A little momentum working our way. John Bass going across the formation. We give sweep right to Payne, who cuts it up, spinning and falling forward. They give him 10 yards. He's just short of the first. Beautifully done, Ethan Payne. Now 2nd and inches. Fuqua scrambling for his life, finding Payne out of the backfield. And there we go, 10 more yards. Ethan Payne turning into a pass catcher. 1st and 10, 4 minutes to go in the 3rd. Ethan Payne running right, 9 yards. It's the Ethan Payne show right now. Now 2nd and 1, Casey Smith in the game, spelling him. He only has 1 yard, but he was a tough 1-yard run. He got the first. Payne's back in, juking, running left. Nice little chunk of 7. Having some success on the ground here on 1st downs. 2nd and 3, play action. Nobody falling for it. Fuqua getting out on the edge. Now throwing. Brennan Armstrong is there, and he's inside the 10, laying on a body. He's finally marked down. 28-yard reception by Brennan Armstrong, and we are set up. 1st and goal. Fuqua in the pocket, looking left. There we go. Cedric Britt, 4-yard touchdown as Marshall. Big response. Come out, score, get the 3 and out, get the ball back, march it down, and score. Number 88, Cedric Britt into the end zone. 18-14. Doesn't do us any good to go up by 5, so let's go for 2 here. 2:15 left to go in the 3rd. Hard count. Now, James Fuqua, keeper, laying on top of bodies, and they get him in. They drag him into the end zone. I think that was Roberts, the defensive end, as they fall for the zone read keeper, but he's able to keep himself on top of the defensive end and get into the end zone. 20-14, Marshall has stormed back and taken the lead. Cody Brown, first play of the drive, shedding tackles, and he's got a nice chunk run. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. 1st and 10. They give to Brown again, this time on the counter. Kerryon Martin there, trips him up, but he falls forward for 6. 2nd and 4 upcoming. Brown again, this time on the delay. Nicely done. That one going backwards. They're going to give that to Rasheed Price from the TFL. And it's quickly a 3rd and 8. Let's see, can we get off the field again? Now, Johnson up the seam to Ferwerda. What a throw. Rob Ferwerda catches us in zone. He runs straight up the seam, right up the hash marks, and makes a nice catch. Daniels can't slow him down or disrupt the reception, so they convert on the 3rd and long. Johnson now looking right. It's Ferwerda again. Can Hardiman get to him? He does. Rob Ferwerda on back-to-back plays, making it happen. And they're set up inside the 10. Johnson all day as we only blitz 2. Deep left. Can't believe I got to say this name again. Kyle Ferwerda. Number 85, touchdown. Johnson from the far hash, far left side of the end zone. They did booth review it just to make sure, and it's pretty definitive there. 2 hands, toe drag. Wow. 21-20 as the 3rd quarter is wrapping up. Yards by half. It's a pretty even game. Marshall's done much better the second half than they did in the first. But my goodness, this is what you want to see from a top 5 matchup. The ACC is no joke, y'all. Ethan Payne getting it on first down. Might have picked the wrong hole. He gets 4. Probably could have had a few more as the third quarter's almost over. Fuqua, keeper, has some space. Jukes got hit. Probably should slide down as this is the final play of the third. Fuqua hit. They send the blitz, and that one's going to get to us. Oh boy, what a third quarter though. We march it down multiple times, get into the end zone twice, and then all of a sudden, Miami finds a way, puts another touchdown on the board. 21-20, put your 4s in the air. It's time to go. 2nd and 16 after the sack. Marshall, first play of the fourth. Fuqua drifting late to the outside, finding Cedric Britt. Got a couple. 3rd and 13 upcoming. Now, nowhere to go. Checking it down to Britt. Take our medicine. We're going to punt it. Good little return by Miami. They're out to their 35. Counter running to Brown. Somehow he got back to the line of scrimmage, stumbling his way there. 2nd and 10. Giving to Brown. Look at Ryan Young slow him up in the backfield, and then we gang tackle. Sanders and Daniels combined, but that was really well done by Young. Fill the hole and make the play. 3rd and 9. Brinson on the inside slant has 9 yards, but he's short. So it's a 4th and 1, and they got to punt it. 6:50 to go in the fourth. Marshall's got it back. Payne stumbling forward. He's got 4 yards. 2nd and 8. No, excuse me. 2nd and 6 upcoming as the pressure almost got home. Fuqua trying to get outside. He barely gets to the edge. Gets drugged down and tackled. He's just short. Going to leave us with a 3rd and inches. Now we turn and give. Little duo action straight behind the guard in center. Right up the middle. Ethan Payne. Now Fuqua drifting. Under duress, instantly spinning and throwing. What is he doing? Clark with the interception. Brennan Armstrong trying to get there. No one's going to catch him. Our 4th interception of the game, and Marcus Clark, the corner, he takes this one back to the house. This is one of the most frustrating plays that's happened to me in this game. We're under duress. First of all, that's annoying. No one gets open, but for some reason, Fuqua, instead of turning or not turning, he spins 360 and underthrows this ball. We're trying to lob it above the corner's head to Armstrong. We've seen him throw it across his body a billion times in this game. But on this one, he decides to pirouette and throw it short. It's intercepted, and now we're in trouble. Down 8, 5.5 to go. Passing game in shambles. This is getting serious. 5 yards on first down, then Casey Smith gets stoned, and it's quickly to 3rd and 6. We need to convert. We decide to run it. Fuqua juking. Did he get to the line? They said he did. Ooh, very, very close. James Fuqua converts. Now 1st and 10, giving to Payne. Heavy doses of Payne runs on first down, and they're starting to blitz. 3 yards on first. Now Casey Smith finds a little bit of room. They give him 5. Going to leave us with another 3rd and short. Giving it to Payne, straight up the middle. Converting. It is not pretty, but it is necessary. Down 8, we got to convert these. Now Fuqua out on the edge. Nowhere really to go. Late to Armstrong. He finds him. We see it flash. Cam Fancher, the quarterback in the game. No, he's not playing quarterback. He's actually in it wide receiver. I don't know if we've got injuries or we've got Miami fatigue, but Cam Fancher was a receiver on that play. First down, we run left to Payne, but as you'll see here down the stretch, nice cutback by Payne as he finds room out the left side. 12 yards and a first down. Cam Fancher's back in the game again at wide receiver. You see him out there running through the end zone, number 14. Nice run by Casey Smith. I don't know what's going on. Fancher's in the game. I had to burn the red shirt on Taylor, the wide receiver. He's out there at circle. I don't know what happened to all of our guys. So we've got backup offensive linemen in the game. Something is going on, but Cam Fancher on this pivotal drive is playing wide receiver, FYI. Fuqua, 1st and goal, drifting, trying to find time. Now lobbing to the end zone. Lou Walker is there. 9-yard touchdown for Lou Walker, number 11. Big time play as Fuqua battles back, has now thrown 3 touchdown passes in the second half. Gets absolutely smacked, but check this out. Lou Walker kind of getting stoned at the line of scrimmage, and then he just works his way, has the slant dialed up. He gets off of it, and he finds himself in the back of the end zone. But down 2. Have to go for the 2-point. Same play we ran last time, but we give it to Casey Smith this time. He's in. It is a tie ball game. 1:27 left. And Marshall, check out this double team block. Graham and Justice just bully ball. Okay, we found a way, but 3 timeouts Minute 25, that's a long time for Werda. Getting the drive started, fighting off tackles. 14-yard reception. Sebastian is loving it. 249 yards, 3 touchdowns for Johnson. I don't know where all that came from. I guess he was dicing us up on those throws. Now Cody Brown gets blasted by Daniels, holds on. Minute and 5 and counting, they decide not to take the timeout. 2nd and 1, Johnson looking right. He's going to throw this one away. And it's a 3rd and 1 upcoming. 54 seconds, Johnson. We send 4. Pressure coming. Throwing to Redding, and he fights off Watkins, and he comes back to the ball. It's a nice conversion. Clock running. 48 ticks to go. 1st and 10. Johnson. We've got man coverage across the board. We're late to the outside for Werda. Sanders misses the tackle. 12 yards. We take a timeout. 40 seconds to go. They're across the 35. We need to start thinking about our timeouts. Inside give. Cody Brown drugged down. Nice TFL by Marshall. I'm going to keep this rolling. Clock is running. As you can see here, about 30 seconds, 26 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 11. This is not great. They're taking their time, and NCAA14 is going to do what they always do here. I'm letting this play all the way so you guys can see what I saw. Under 10 seconds, are they going to take the timeout? What exactly is going to happen? 3. They snap it at 2. Johnson looking for the end zone. He throws it out of bounds. I don't know if they thought they couldn't make the field goal or what, but with 3 timeouts or a couple timeouts, for some reason they just decide to run out the clock. So we're headed to overtime. I bet if I'm playing a user, they're going to go after me, and I'm probably losing this game, but it's the CPU and the logic is horrible. So overtime, here we go. 28-all. Miami gets it first for Werda over the middle, because of course, they've been finding him all damn day. He's got 7 yards, 105 receiving on 7 catches. 2nd and 3. Inside give. Brown fighting off 2 tackles, but he can't get rid of the 3rd. We get him at the line of scrimmage. Rashid Price, nice play. 3rd and 3. Big time. As they look to set up the screen, they sneak it. No, they do not. Rashid Price finds him. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Huge play by 93, who's been quiet all day, but he just felt this. He's so good at the screen game. Not loving the play call by Miami, but 93 had to make a play. Now, kicker on. 4th and 4, and it's, oh my goodness, absolutely no shot. Far wide left. Miami Stadium is silent. Marshall's going to get the ball with a chance to win it. Florida State gets the dub over Maryland. They move to 4-1. I can't believe we're in OT. We've got the ball with a chance to win. Nothing stupid here. Play action. Fuqua up the middle. Chandler Taylor, the true freshman, drops it. Gets rocked. Had it. That would have put us in a chip shot field goal range. So instead, running. Casey Smith, inside give, 1 yard. 3rd and 9 upcoming. And you know what? I'm not messing around. We'll just go ahead and trot him out now. First make from 49. Next one. This one's true. G freaking G. Kevin Hayes gets it done. Walks us off. And Marshall's gonna escape. Holy cow. Hard Rock Stadium. We're gonna sneak out with a win. Number 5 instant classic game of our series. Obviously a shocking way for Miami to handle things down the stretch. Not much we can do about the CP logic in NCAA 14, but they also had a chance to win it in overtime and they couldn't do it. End of the day, that's a top 5 road win against a really good team that took us to the brink and we survived it. 31-28 is the final. Both teams put up around 360 yards of total offense. We had 216 come on the ground for us. We were absolutely clamped all day by the Hurricanes secondary. 4 interceptions for Fuqua. He battles back in the second half and throws 3 touchdowns, but this was a grind all day in the air. No one could get open. They man blitzed us a ton, overwhelmed our offensive line. Simply not fun at all as we ran around for our lives constantly. I didn't enjoy that game, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, and at the end, I'm so glad it's over. True freshman Lamar Johnson goes 21 of 29 for 284 and 3 touchdowns. He was unreal today in the biggest game of his life so far. Avante Williams picks us off twice and finishes with 7 tackles, but it was Ethan Payne who bailed us out the most. Holy cow, he was huge. 138 yards rushing on 24 carries, no touchdowns, but clutch first down pickups in the second half. And frankly, he gave us something to lean on when everything was broken in the passing game. Ethan Payne kept us in it. Let's get out of Miami as fast as we can and get back to West Virginia. And let's move on. Week 7, bang! Three huge commits came away impressed with the overtime win. 4-star and #1 defensive tackle on our board, Will Taylor, is committed, as well as our first 5-star. Listed here as a running back, it's Chris White. He can play both sides of the ball. We'll figure it out when he gets here. Lastly, JUCO corner Jason Nobles. He's a solid find because he has great size. We continue to be in battles for #1 running back Leon Wright and #1 middle linebacker Aaron Sowell, but a bunch of other guys are ready to lock in their official visit dates. What a solid week on the trail. Marshall, finally getting the love we deserve, up 3 spots to #2 in the country, receiving 24 first place votes. People are finally getting on board with the herd this season. Michigan up to #3, Georgia up to #4, and as we look towards the bottom, UNC has fumbled the bag. They go down 34-28 to Clemson and fall to 9th. That means Marshall is the lone survivor from the top of the ACC teams who were eating each other alive through the first 6 weeks. Whew, they're not ranked, but our next opponent, Boston College, is right in the mix with us, ahead of Clemson, and Syracuse is trailing us on the Atlantic side. Miami can still win the coastal side, but now the Hokies lead that side of the league, so still a lot to play for in the ACC. An incredibly gutsy performance, a tough road game, finding a way to win against a top 3 team keeps James Fuqua in the top spot on the Heisman list. He's exactly where he deserves to be after his 3rd-ranked road win in 6 weeks, and 2 of them coming against top 10 teams on the road. He's a stud. Man, that's fun to see. Marshall atop the class rankings through the first half of the season. 9 total commits now. Not only are we the top class, but we're tied with Georgia for the highest number of commits, so we are getting both quality and quantity so far. I'm absolutely loving it. Now let's talk about those 3 new guys. We'll start with Jason Nobles. 6 foot, 193, so that's a pretty sturdy, hard-hitting corner. He's a JUCO from Maryland, 77 overall, and I love his game. He's got good speed and acceleration. His agility is a little limited at 75, but 87 jumping, I see him as a physical outside corner, ready to body some of the bigger receivers. 88 man, 87 zone, 90 press, absolutely. He's got that dog in him, and I'm glad he's coming. Next, Will Taylor. Finding solid defensive tackles in this game is really hard, and it's been one of our weaker position groups the entire series. Rasheed Price has been the outlier for us, and even then, he's a low 80s guy as a senior. So coming in as the number 15 defensive tackle, 78 overall, a 4-star pass rusher, this is a great find. And he was a +6 gym. He's just a balanced player. 80 strength, 80 acceleration, 79 power moves and block shed, but also 74 finesse moves. So he can win in a variety of ways. Plus 81 tackles, 79 play rec. He's really a 3-down defensive tackle who you can trust to do well in the run and pass. I absolutely love the pickup of Will Taylor. Lastly, Chris White, our first 5-star of the class, 5'11", 208 from Texas, the number 6 athlete overall. The menus showed him as a running back, but I can see him at corner as well if needed. Good athlete, high 80s speed, acceleration, and agility, 81 man coverage, 85 zone, 85 pursuit. He can definitely play defense if we need him to, but he's also got 82 spin, 84 juke, and 83 chucking. So if we strike out on Leon Wright, the number 1 back in the class, I will definitely take Chris White as a consolation prize to be the running back in this cycle. Looking ahead, we are absolutely going to land another stud defensive end soon. I don't know what Daniel Dodd is waiting for, but up 4,300 points, and North Carolina just lost this week. He just needs to pull the trigger. Let's make this happen. And 4-star wide receiver Joseph Davis is also ready to visit. We have a healthy lead for him and a couple lower rated depth defenders in Schneider and Young. Let's line all 3 of these guys up for week 8 officials when Clemson comes to town in a few episodes. Man, what a thriller. Bummer about the CPU logic on that final possession, but they really had a chance to win it in OT. I don't feel that guilty about it. They couldn't get it done. I will gladly sneak out of Miami with the win and never look back. Boston College is up next. The ACC schedule keeps rolling on as we hit the midway point of the regular season. Y'all, thanks as always for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll catch you later. Peace.